Another type of media that I use a lot is an app that you can have on your computer or on your phone, iTouch, whatever it may be, called Spotify. And it's basically the new Pandora. It's like a music thing, and you can go on with limited ad interruptions and just listen to any type of music you want. You can pretty much find any song under the sun. As long as you search hard enough for it, you'll most likely find it here on Spotify. And one thing that I tend to do also is I'll use both types of these media at once. Like if I'm on Pinterest looking at things, or if I'm surfing Facebook, I will also be using Spotify. I'll be listening to music. I have tons of different music on here. I mean, this is my whole music library, is this right here, and this is fairly new for me too, so I probably don't have as many songs as a lot of people have because they've been using it for longer, but the list just goes on. And it has a ton of different genres too. I mean, like I said, you can find anything. So really the music I listen to kind of sets the mood for my day. Like if I'm about to go out or need to wake up, I might listen to something more upbeat, like this song, or if instead I'm feeling kind of more mellow, I might listen to something more like Princess of China, or like even like a country song. Like I have a lot of country on here. I have a ton of different things on here. And if I'm maybe like doing homework, I would probably listen to this too, something more mellow so that I'm not super distracted by anything. And I also have a lot of Christian music on here. Like I have a Jesus Equals Love playlist with a ton of different Christian music. I listen to that different times. I mean, sometimes I'm just in the mood for it, and other times if I'm doing heavy thinking, if I'm going through something in life, I'll listen to Christian music because it makes me feel better. It kind of gives me hope. It has a lot of positive messages. And the need that this meets, I guess, is just almost a type of escape. Like, music is definitely a huge part of my life. I spend more time listening to music in my free time than watching TV, that's for sure. And it really is just like an escape mechanism. Like, you're listening to a song and it takes you to a different place. And that all depends on the song that you choose to listen to as well, and that really all depends on the mood you're in, where you want to be taken to. Like, I'll choose an upbeat, maybe hip-hop or techno song if I'm in a good mood and I just want to like dance or be happy, whatever it may be. And then if I'm kind of just more like relaxed and maybe tired doing homework, I'll put on some mellow music, and it really just transports me to somewhere else almost, which is nice. And the third type of media that I consume on a regular basis is a TV show. Probably heard of it. Not exactly proud to say that I watch it, but it's The Bachelor. And it is definitely addicting. It's something that I've taken part in watching with my mom since I was maybe 14. It's almost like a family activity sort of now. Like, we will watch it together and just kind of get sucked into the drama, and you also get sucked into the romance. I mean, the whole plot of the show is really sick and twisted when you really think about it, because it's 20 different women vying for the affection of this one single man. And so one, you have to think about the ego that that guy must have. I mean, that's really self-absorbed if you think that, you know, you're that great, that you're worth having 20 different women fight over you. And then the poor women, they have to do these ridiculous things sometimes just to get the guy's attention, because there are 19 other women there, you know. They want the attention, they want to be the number one, and sometimes it's more about a competition, really, and winning than it is actually finding love, which is one of the messed up things too. But despite all of this, I still watch it. It's still something that I consume regularly. I mean, if I miss an episode, it's like not the end of the world, but it's not good. Like, I'll be upset, you know, I'll be like, oh no, what did I miss this week on The Bachelor? Like, it must have been important. And you freak out, you know, kind of, because it's something that you really care about, I guess, as dumb as it is. But really, the drama aspect of it is something that I definitely like. I think the need that that meets is just entertainment value, really. I mean, whether it's right or wrong, I do find the drama on the show to be interesting and entertaining, and a lot of it is really funny too because it's just so over dramatized. It's like stuff like that rarely happens in real life, but that's part of the entertainment value too, is that it's stuff that you can't necessarily see in your own real life, so instead you look for it elsewhere, and where you find that is generally TV. And a lot of it is so far-fetched too in the romance department. Like, they go on these extravagant dates, like helicopters are generally involved, or they just do ridiculous things. Like, the most recent season, there was everything from bungee jumping to scaling a 100-foot high building to swimming with sharks to this little tidbit right here, which is definitely one of the dates that really shocked me the most because it's just so out there. It's not something that would ever really happen. It's just ridiculous. This is a clip of the women skiing in the streets of San Francisco in their bikinis. They like closed out an entire street to put fake snow on so that these women could ski in their bikinis and all fight for the attention of this one man and apparently make fools of themselves by falling over. And it's just ridiculous. Like, this doesn't happen, you know, in real life. And I just don't know why people would voluntarily participate in this either, but people do. And I think the part that I like about that kind of draws you in is that, like I said, these things don't happen in real life. And so, since you obviously wouldn't expect to go skiing on the streets of San Francisco in your bikini in your own life, it's fun to watch it on TV because you can almost put yourself in the place of the women there and think like, wow, like, even though that's crazy, like, how cool would that be though to do things like that, you know? And you don't necessarily interact with them, but you put yourself in their place. You imagine as if you were them. And also, the show really gets down to it. It's about finding love. And I think that pretty much everyone in the world wants to believe in true love and that it exists out there. And even though the show is really far-fetched and not like real-life romance because of all the extravagant gestures, it still incorporates love, and that's something that gets everyone, you know? Like, everybody can relate to that in some way. And you find yourself rooting for the couples, too. Even if they don't last, which, let's face it, 99% don't, you still are rooting for them. You still, you know, after the show's over, I'll look for magazines, I'll Google it or look up online, like, oh, are they still together? What's going on with them? Because you want to root for them. You want to believe that true love is out there and that it can really work for people, you know, even if they find it in really odd ways, like on a crazy TV show. So, this marks the end of my video blog. I hope you enjoyed learning about the types of media that I consume on a daily basis.